All right, day 6. Let's venture into a new topic. Little background to give some context. We'll call this one Why I Don't Drink, or at least why I don't drink like I used to. I quit drinking in the sense of it being like a form of entertainment and activity. I still do have drinks on occasion, but I'll get into that. So I quit about 2.5 years ago, beginning of the new year. Felt like I was ready for a change, to try to clean up, and I went for a few months. It was great until my birthday. But I was moved to do it, not because I was drinking too much. It just seemed like it was time to shift out of that. And after that happened, about 6 months later, that's when I ended up meeting my mentor and business coach, who introduced me to the program run by Bob Proctor. And when I got started into that, about 6 to 8 weeks into that, I had my really big awakening at a rest stop in Texas, and a lot of answers just kind of poured into my brain as sunrise came up. And it's kind of been just a slalom ever since. So while there's certain health aspects associated with not consuming alcohol, what I would say is it allows my connection to source, to trog, to remain cleaner, and to have a higher vibration, would be a nice way of putting it. The cloudiness is gone, so my connection with the ultimate source remains strong. And ever since then, it's just kind of been growing exponentially in terms of the answers, so to speak, presenting themselves to me. And I really believe that drugs and alcohol, but because alcohol is so accessible, it tends to be consumed much more frequently, distorts that communication and disallows someone from maximizing that connection. I will still, when traveling, drink a little bit and occasionally have 1 or 2 beers. I don't really like getting drunk anymore. That feeling, and you're not in control, and then you seem to have a really long hangover in terms of the brain or the mind's ability to kind of reclaim where it was. I'm talking days into weeks, not just the physical hangover, but again, that connection to source. And I've talked to another friend of mine who, when he quit drinking, that's when things started really opening up for him as well. So certainly there are people that can maintain a high vibration even though they consume, but I would believe by and large that by abstaining for long periods of time, it really allows the brain, the mind, to hold a much stronger connection with whatever you want to call it, God, source, trog. So perhaps that is one of the first steps for anyone out there that wants to get more into the spiritual realm and try to harness a connection, would be to cut that out. And I haven't looked up if alcohol is associated with damaging or calcifying the pineal gland, which we attribute the pineal gland kind of as that place in the brain, in that chakra that has that connection to the other side. So fluoride is something that calcifies it, and something else I forget, that we're consuming either absentmindedly or purposefully by those that want us to not be able to harness such a strong connection. And I would think that alcohol also plays a role in that. So, yes, it's good for your liver and general health, but perhaps you should consider stopping drinking so that you can take the next big step and have a spiritual awakening.